compared to when it was first made. So our clients, we trade. That's how you make up the difference. If you can't buy it at the very, very bottom, if you can only buy it in Binance, then the only way to really make profit is to buy the bottoms and sell the tops and repeat. Buy the bottoms and sell the tops. Then it's similar to if you had bought the coin way at the bottom. And this coin is Shibboleth Commerce, SBECOM. So let's go into one of the main reasons. How do I explain this? This is kind of hard to explain. I got it. I'll explain it to you this way. This is why millionaires are buying it and why billionaires will buy SBECOM. Have you ever wondered and asked, how is it that it seems like whenever I find something that's going up and super bullish, there's always a billionaire or 5 of them that bought this thing 2 years ago? How is it that whenever I find something that's really, really bullish and positive and super, super profitable, there's always billionaires that bought it at a 99% discount? When Bitcoin was something like $20,000 or $18,000 2 years ago, when Bitcoin was that cheap, it was finally announced. It was finally revealed that Peter Thiel bought Bitcoin like when it was $200 each or something, $200 or $100 or something ridiculously cheap. He had already made 200x his money, 200 times his money on Bitcoin. He bought Bitcoin 99.5% cheaper than you did by the time you found out about Bitcoin. How is it that billionaires are always ahead of the game, one step ahead of the game, and how do they know to buy something? If I knew what they're looking for, if I knew the criteria that they use to make investments, and if I found something that fit that criteria, would I be able to buy it at the same time billionaires buy it? Or sooner? Do billionaires have some secret code, some secret criteria, some secret rubric that they use that I don't even know about? Shibboleth. I'm going to show you. All right, so this is the screen behind me. You remember these guys. Let's start here. The story of Shibboleth. You can take a screenshot of this or pause this and read the whole thing, which I strongly recommend, but I'm just going to read this part to you. A shibboleth is a kind of linguistic password. Kind of like a secret society password. A way of speaking, a pronunciation, colloquial, which the use of a particular expression that is used by one set of people, billionaires, to identify another person as a member or non-member of a particular group. The group making the identification has some kind of social power, billionaires. Interesting, isn't it? Billionaires use shibboleth to find their investments. But is it just billionaires that are evil and they have some secret code that they use to find coins that are way cheaper in a year or two before you do? When birds squawk, this is New York Times. When birds squawk, other species seem to listen. Owls, birds, any kind of bird, even frogs. Missoula, Montana, in the backyard of, I'm not going to read this for you. Anyway, here, I'm going to scroll down. You can pause this and read it on your own time. Basically, what this says is that animals also have a secret code. When animals say things or make some sounds or chirp in some specific ways, other animals know there's danger, other animals know there's rain's going to fall, that food is on the way. These guys have a secret shibboleth. Back in Jewish days, the Jews used, and literally that's what the Bible calls them, the Jews, they used shibboleth to kill their enemies that were hiding amongst them. They were pretending to be Jews, and they looked like Jews, and they could even speak Hebrew. And the Jews said, there's got to be a way to tell them apart, all these spies, and just root them out of our system. And they used the word shibboleth, because their enemies couldn't pronounce the SH or the TH sound. It made it real easy to spot a foreigner who was pretending to be a Jew. It pulled them out and just sliced their throats. So, what do the billionaires use to identify life-changing money? FU money. I'll show you. Let's start here. Steve Jobs and the rediscovery of Zen. Coming of age at a time when the counterculture was embracing Eastern mysticism, Jobs ended up as a lifelong practitioner of Zen meditation. Through the lens of Jobs' amazing life, career, and posthumous impact, we examine the evolution of Zen-style meditation from a spiritual pursuit into a practical health maintenance tool. And here's Steve Jobs again. This time with a Hindu guru, a mystic named Maharaj Ji. This guy. Both Zen and Hindu mysticism. You all know Jack Dorsey. Jack. For my birthday this year, I did 10-day silent, I always mess up that word, meditation. This time in Myanmar. And here's a picture of Jack with his guru. And you wonder why he started growing his beard? And here he is in Asia, meditating, delving into the occult, mysticism. Looks like this was in Myanmar. So is this like a new age kids thing, a millennials thing? No, this goes way back. Ronald Reagan's wife Nancy let her astrologer control the presidency. And it goes on to tell you her relationship with the astrologer. Again, this is one of those things that you can look up on your own time. All these people strongly, all these powerful, rich politicians, businessmen, millionaires, billionaires, they believe in astrology. But is this only from the 80s? Let's go even way back farther than that. I love this. I love this compilation. Albert Einstein said, astrology is a science in itself and contains an illuminating body of knowledge. It taught me many things and I am greatly indebted to it. Albert Einstein said he's indebted to astrology? No. This guy's the most calculating, reasonable, logical guy in the world. Let's keep going. Isaac Newton, Waldo Emerson. Well, Waldo Emerson, he's a philosopher and a poet, so let's skip him. I'm looking for people that are into math. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, a physician without the knowledge of astrology has no right to call himself a physician? What? D.H. Lawrence, again, a writer, a philosopher, so let's skip him. Louis Pasteur, scientist Pasteur said, the controls of life are structured as forms and nuclear arrangements in relation with the motions of the universe. This is like unarguable. The way he phrased this, you can't argue with this. Mark Twain, obviously. Pythagoras, mathematician. Pythagorean theorem. No one doesn't know that. The stars in the heavens sing a music as if only we had ears to hear. If only we understood the music of the universe. I'm going to keep going. Confucius in here, Sir Francis Bacon, Thomas Aquinas, Shakespeare, Dante, Goethe, Carl Jung, Kepler. An unfailing experience of mundane events in harmony with the changes occurring in the heavens as instructed and compelled my unwilling belief. Yeah, you might not even want to believe that astrology is something that has an influence on the rest of humanity. But what about cryptocurrency? You know this guy, Zusu. I have sized every crypto trade in my life based on Numerology. Numerology is the numerics, it's the number system by which astrology is based. Astrology uses numbers, and those numbers, taken alone, is what's referred to as numerology. All right, so shocking, surprising. If you're not in the club, you don't know. If you're not a member, you're just not in the know. So now you're in the know. Now you can be a member of the Billionaires Club. That's how billionaires decide things. That's weird. Yeah, it can be, because it's just not how you've been deciding things in your life. Billionaires, when they seek someone to marry, billionaires, when they seek someone to become their business partner, they always consult their astrologer. In the Orient, they consult their Feng Shui master. That's how they know to buy something a year or two before you know. That's how they know to buy something and invest in it or go long on something when there's no detail about it. There's no data about it. There's no website. This thing has no website. Is there a Telegram room about? Nope, there's no Telegram. Is there a Reddit, subreddit on this? Nope, this thing has no information. There's nothing about this thing. So I'm just going to wait until there's a website. And the moment it is, guess what? Price has already gone up 10 times because someone saw the website. Some social media influencer saw the website before it was live. So by the time the website's up, price is already up 10 times. Okay, well, what about a Telegram room? There's no Telegram room. And then suddenly, price goes up another 10 times, and then there's a Telegram room. And then suddenly, price goes up another 10 times again, making it 1,000x return so far. And now there's a subreddit with 1,000 thumbs ups and likes, and you're like, how come I keep missing all these pumps? And as soon as it's done pumping, finally there's a Telegram room, a website, a subreddit for it, and now I keep buying the top. Every time I buy it, dumps. Well, because the millionaires buy before the websites are there, before the Telegram rooms there, before the subreddits there. All the millionaires and billionaires are buying before the news is out. But what are they basing their buying decision on? How do they know to buy this thing? I just told you. They use astrology and numerics, numerology. Oh, I didn't explain to you the numerology part. Let's do one last slide in our deck. This time, let's zoom in to this screen. This is from Mysteries and Secrets. Actually, I'm not going to show you that part. This is really, really deep. This is super, super deep and analytical about numbers and astrology. Here it is. The Chinese system. The Chinese system is the most precise and most detailed system for money. No wonder China is one of the richest countries on earth today. The Hindu system is different. It's not so tuned to money. It's more tuned to health and enlightenment and happiness, which is why there's so many gurus and really, really happy and Kama Sutra people having fantastic orgasms in India. But hey, the Chinese are rich. Pick your poison. All right, so this is what it says. Here it is. Where was that? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Vulgar in the Chinese system. This is numerology. Numerology. Remember this word, numerology, which is what one of the crypto Twitter's biggest whales uses in every trade. In every trade. Every single trade uses numerology. So let's go back to this. Numerology in the Chinese system. The 8 has some similarities in both systems to the Western and Eastern, but here it symbolizes the prosperity and good fortune that arise from the exercise of power and energy. Here's another one. Let me highlight this. Triple prosperity is allegedly attached to 888. The numbers 146, 169, 814 are thought to be especially lucky in China, and 168 is the number used by a chain of motels there. The personal prosperity number is 518. See, these are secret species shibboleths. Pythagoras. If only we had ears to hear. This is what the Chinese billionaires are looking for. This is what the Korean billionaires are looking for when there's no information, when there's no website, no Reddit. Even the Aztecs and the Mayans goes back as far as humanity has ever existed. It goes back to the metaphysics scientists and even magicians and sorcerers. Okay, so you're telling me that before Peter Thiel knew to buy Bitcoin, before there was any information about it, before there was any media coverage about it, 2-3 years before I bought it, because he knew of these number things like this 888 thing and this 518 thing and this 28 thing, and he knew these. Bitcoin has how many coins total? It has 21 million coins. Do you know why it has 21 million coins? I'm going to leave that for you as a question. But what does this have anything to do with SBEcom? I'm going to show you. Remember these numbers. And click the description of this YouTube video.